Welcome back to The Price of Business. Bill Knapik sitting in for Kevin Price. We're so glad you joined us. Want to remind you what happens here goes over there, as Kevin likes to say, to usdailyreview.com and thepriceofbusiness.com. We're glad you joined us. And now we're going to splash into the water. We have a man here. He is from down under. Aquatic environments. His name is Bret Hatfield. Bret, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, man.
When I talk about we're glad that you're here. When I talk about splashing in, you are in the pool business. Is that right?
We are. We're actually in the design business. We design and we will build. Everything that we do in life is revolved around design, and your backyard, your outdoor living space is no different.
And it's important to have that outdoor living space. In fact, I want to tell people about your motto. It says pools for the mind, body, and soul.
You know what? We spend a lot of time gravitating towards water. When we're at home and we want to go into the backyard, we want to sit down and enjoy ourselves. We want to feel like, you know what, we're, and I hate to use that old cliche in that word, staycation. You know what, we want to feel like we're somewhere else and we're in a copacetic environment that we can sit down and really enjoy with our family and friends. So pools for the mind, body, and soul are just that. Being in water can be very cathartic.
And two things I'll tell people right up front. It is down under, D-A, as in Australia, right?
UNDA.
So as we're talking, people can go to the website and look at the beautiful pictures. You can even see Bret hard at work designing something right on that picture. So downunder.com. Now, Bret, the thing that I think about when we talk about water, it does have so many elements to it. It's something here in Houston, as it's so hot, we can splash into to cool off. It's something we can look at to relax our mind, as we're talking about the mind, body, and soul. And, oh, yeah, what about the water element, to hear that bubbling water or to hear a little waterfall? You do all that?
You know what? Most people ask me about what about a water feature, and water features I think are important to hear that we like the sound of running water. And so, obviously, a lot of people, yes, they want to know about the different types of water features that we got. I try to ask people to step outside of the box a little bit. Moss Rock waterfalls have so been done, but if somebody wants to do a Moss Rock waterfall, we have the ability, and we can accommodate.
A Moss Rock waterfall.
Yeah,
say that fast.
Yeah,
huh?
really.
A Moss Rock waterfall. Yeah. But it's a great thing, seriously, and some homes might like that water feature, the sound of running water, just to have that relaxing environment, but sometimes it's also used to mask road noise or some other noise that someone might live around.
It can do. A lot of people living on or adjacent to or by busy roads, especially a lot of people downtown in the inner loop area, are looking for something to mask the noise. But that, let's be honest, it can go two ways. You can have something that is actually too noisy. So we have the ability to control the volume on them minutely. So if we do sitting around of a night time and you want to be quiet, you don't want to be sitting there shouting over the top of the water feature. Water features are gorgeous and they are cathartic. They're relaxing to be around. And so, yeah, it's just about design at the end of the day. It's what each individual client wants and or needs.
A water feature that is fine-tunable, and that's a great thing. So let's hit two things. Number one, people may be listening that either have a pool right now or are thinking about having a pool, right? So tell them the considerations and how you approach consulting that particular person.
Space, lifestyle, architecture. So I really like to consult with our clients before we ever get started on a design, which means coming out, visiting with you. We want to see their survey. We want to see the size of the easements, what's impacting the property, what's going to impact the design. Then we'll sit down and have a conversation, and I just like to get to know clients. You know, what do you like? What do you don't like? A lot of times, Mr. Jones wants something completely different to Mrs. Jones. And my job is to sit down there and not to say, well, you should have this or you should have the other, but try to combine the two. And so we can come up with something that satisfies everybody.
And certainly, as you do this every day, Mr. or Mrs. Jones and or their family, they're not familiar with all the considerations. So I would think that
Exactly.
you present those considerations for people that, I mean, I think you probably only have a pool built once, if not just several times in your life.
Bill, this is a really, really important piece to all of this, is to be able to sit down with somebody that will give you an honest assessment and tell you exactly what's going to go on, so that there's a complete understanding of expectations going in and coming out. Because you're going to have a relationship just like your home builder. They're going to be there for a while. You're going to be together, and so that relationship is important.
Indeed. Let me ask you this. All things are different. All projects are different. But if we use the term an average size pool, whatever that is, average size, someone says, hey, we've designed it. We've talked to you about the design. We know what we want. And after that moment, how long does it take typically to get the pool in? Because I bet it's like everything else. We want it right now. They probably want the pool right now, too. Just guessing.
Right. Okay. So once again, I'm going to give you the honest answer. I'll always tell people I'm going to overestimate my time, and then provide, and then I'm losing my train of thought here.
Overestimate,
and then finish before our estimation. Because there's a lot of factors. Look at what we've just gone through here.
A lot of rain this week.
We've got projects that are in the ground that are just sitting there, and they're in a holding pattern, and so we've got rain. There's all sorts of different things. We're let down by people. People don't show up. So to answer your question, look, it could take 6 to 8 weeks. It could take 2 months. It just depends on the complexity of the project and all the other conditions that go along with it.
And also, let's tell people real quick, should they not have room or want a pool, you can also serve families and individuals with outdoor kitchens, right? And again,
Correct.
those water features. Tell us a little bit about that, Bret.
So kitchens, this goes hand in hand with the lifestyle pools for the mind, body, and soul, and that entire outdoor environment, being able to go out there. So kitchens, people, especially at the moment, are not traveling as much as they used to in the past, are looking to have kitchens put in. The water features, once again, that's going to go with the pool. You can integrate some of those things into a kitchen. That's not a common thing. Kitchens, patios, pergolas are all really important elements.
Indeed, they are. How about mind, body, and pocketbook? Really quick, how do we determine how much it's going to cost? Now, you can probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, give them an idea at the first consultation about how much, right?
You know what? You can. Every project's going to be different, and then we don't have time here to go into why our costs are where they're at. I've been asked this question before, so a lot of people don't want to give away their budget. So to answer your question, this is very, very broad because people have no idea what goes into our basic product, and a pool and spa can start from 65, 68 and work its way up from there. Pool only, dependent upon how complex, where it is going to start at somewhere around about 45, 48 and work its way up from there.
Very nice, Bret. Would you tell people how they can reach you?
You know what? You can get a hold of me by calling me at 281-236-4344. Or you can go to my website, which is www.downunderpools.com. That's DOWNUNDAPOOLS.
Pools for the mind, body, and soul. Thank you, Bret Hatfield. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to The Price of Business. Bill Knapik sitting in for Kevin Price. We're going to take a short break and come right back with even more.